Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here with another video, and today I'm going to be doing a new addition to what's in my bag, but today we're going to be talking about my work bag. I've gotten a new bag, and I think that my aesthetic has been really dealing with neutral colors, such as I've been doing some tan, some chocolate brown. I've really been loving the chocolate brown. Within the past 3 years, there's been, that green that everybody's been wearing. There's the burgundy, and then of course there's black. I love me some black, obviously. Black goes with anything. But I have my bag here. This is what it looks like, guys. So I got this bag. The thing that I really like about this bag is that it actually auto locks. So you don't have to do much to clamp it. It just once you put it down to clamp it, it just clamps. And I really like that. I also love, some of my brands include Coach. I love Michael Kors. I love Donna Karan, DKNY. I love those brands because I like that they put their name on on their products. So I really love that the CSKO is right there in the gold emblem. I really love the accent of gold. I just feel like it gives everything a really sleek look. Another thing that I like about this bag is that it came with back charms. So I have a little brown doggy. You guys know I've been loving this chocolate brown. There's actually a mitt. So there's actually a little mitt and a baseball and a bat. So that, I thought that was super cute, right? I actually went to a garage sale because this time of year there are those, they have those church sales, they have yard sales on the weekends. So on Saturdays, I like to hit me up a good garage sale. I used to do that when I was younger with my family, and that was kind of our fun time, just because you can get things for a bargain, you guys. I hit up a garage sale this past weekend. It was fill a bag, a big bag for $10, and I thought, of course, but while I was there, I found this pin. It was a fill a bag for $5, and I put a bunch of jewelry in there and a bunch of pins. But I found this pin, and it says I saw her at the DIA. So I don't think I've told you guys this, but we go to the DIA frequently, and it also kind of matched my little bag, as it turns out. So I put that pin right there on the mitt just because I thought it was cute. All right, so that's really the outside, details of the bag. I like that it has storage here. I don't want to be that guy that's making a video extra long, but it has super storage. There's a part in the back that you can see. Of course, we're going to get to the inside. If you guys don't know, I am an attorney, so I have to pack my bag. I'm also a type 1 diabetic, so I have to have a good size bag that I can carry that will fit all of my things, so I don't have to carry 3-4 bags at a time. I used to do that when I was in high school. I had a purse, which I still do. I'm still trying to work that out. To be honest, I had a purse, but then I had a diabetic bag because I'm diabetic, and I always have to have my supplies with me in the event that something goes down, God forbid. But, things go down. I'll run out of insulin, or I'll forget to charge my pump or something like that. And I always need my bag. I also try to keep candy or something that, the sugar tablets in there. To be honest, you guys, I sometimes eat the candy, so I don't keep the candy all the time. I try to get that as a, as need basis because I be eating the candy. Yeah. But anyway, let's get into what's actually in this bag. First thing that I have in my bag, obviously, is probably the most important, arguably, not really. But I do have my Mac. I got my MacBook. I got my Mac. I'm so sorry. I have my MacBook here, and this is the MacBook Air. I actually just got this recently. I was previously an HP type girly. I'm still trying to get used to the Mac, even though, you know, I'm an Apple product lover, but there are some things that are different. I also have been using the Mac, trying to get used to it. I have, you know, my computer obviously in my bag because I have to have that to work. For one, you guys, you're gonna see a bunch of books at this point because it's like, for me, I I like switch with what kind of book I need. So I'll have, like, there's a book I have for a planner, you know what I mean? Sometimes I have to write my tasks down that I have to do. So I have that book. Then I have legal pads. Then I might have, you know, books that I use with clients to write notes. And you're asking, well, why don't you just use a legal pad for that? That's not a question that I can answer for you today. Okay? But the first thing I have is a legal pad because I think every attorney has legal pads. I mean, not just attorneys, but just people in general. Like, you know, when you're working, you need to keep notes and stuff like that. So when I go to court, or, you know, when I'm talking to a client or something like that, I like to keep deep notes so that I can note, like, what we talked about and, you know, keep record of everything. So obviously you're gonna need books for that. The next item that I have in my bag is, I found these notebooks. I have a larger one as well, and then I bought a smaller one because I like the aesthetic. Yeah, so there was no reason for real that I needed a smaller book in the same fashion, but I have one book that I keep at work that literally is identical to this, but it's just like a bigger version. And then I have the little version. I keep this one for travel. So like when I'm out and about or I need to keep notes, I like to keep this smaller book because oftentimes when I go to court, it can be chaotic. You never know what happens in court. That's why, you know, you kind of hear attorneys say that court is not, it's not something that you can say for sure, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. It can get chaotic. It can be busy in court. It, you know, can be a lot of people. And so I like to just keep smaller notebooks so I don't have to pull out everything. So I keep the smaller notebook, take notes in it. I do have my legal pad just because sometimes I need that legal pad for other things, whatever. I don't know. I also like the way that I like the way that the pages are, you guys. I don't even know. I like the way that the pages are structured, and I'm not sure if you can see that, but they're kind of like big spaces, and I write large. Like my handwriting is large, and so I like the space that it allows me to have. That's another reason why I like this book, and it's aesthetically pleasing. I love black and gold, so there's that. The next book that I have, you guys, is sort of like a planner type situation. So if I have like dates that I have to remember, I get done with the hearing and, you know, Your Honor says, oh, the next court date is scheduled for, I'll try to write it down here. Sometimes I don't do that, but I try to stay structured. Sometimes my things are all over the place and I have to get organized again just because, like I said, court is unpredictable. And so sometimes it is, but sometimes it's just not, you guys. So I keep this just to write specific dates down. I also am a notary. And so I keep my notary like records in this book. just to keep track of who, you know, the documents that I've notarized, who I've notarized for, things like that. So I'll keep that here. The next thing that is pretty essential, I think, you know, pens, right? So you gotta have pens. Gotta have pens. You know, I keep highlighters just because I'm taking notes or I'm looking through something or reviewing something for court, then you're gonna want to have, like, you know, pens. And I keep blue pens because blue pens are indicative of original documents. So I keep these blue pens for not just because they have a beautiful glide. I love me a pen with a good glide, but I also keep them because they indicate original document has been signed. So if I have a retainer agreement that I have to pull out and I have to have a client sign in person, or I have, you know, documents for court, I keep those. You know, everybody has to have a pen, even if you're not an attorney. Obviously, I keep pens in my purse as well, just because you always need a pen. Now, I do have a flash drive, and for younger Gen Zs, you may not know what this is. I don't know if they use these still, like, but when I was younger, my mom showed me how to use a flash drive. I always keep my documents on this flash drive in the event that I have to have a second place to locate them. You know, in my past, I have had computers mess up on me and then I've lost documents. So sometimes I keep them on just a flash drive just to have a second place where they are. I know that's kind of like probably old school, but I don't care. It's kind of just something that, yeah. Okay, so another thing that I went to this training. It gave me some good knickknacks. So I have a file in my bag, you know, just because you can pick up some cool things. You can pick up some useful things at the trainings, as well as, you know, gain knowledge and about certain things, aspects of the law, things like that. But I also get little knickknacks like pens and stuff like that. The thing that I have in my bag is I don't want to hear nothing, because I know somebody gonna say, I don't want to hear nothing. This Bible has been through it. Yes, it has. But I had a home church when I was younger. This Bible it comes from that home church, so I just keep it because, for one, I don't throw Bibles away. I like having my Bible with me. There are certain scriptures that I love. I say them throughout the day. If I'm having a particularly rough day, or I'm going before Your Honor or something like that, I always say a Bible scripture. Some of them I know off the cuff just because, you know, we had memory verses when I was younger. But if you don't, I have my Bible with me. Just makes me feel more secure. All right, the next thing that I have throughout the day, sometimes I notice that I need to renew my makeup. So sometimes, like, I'll have a hard day, or it'll just be like midday and I still have more day to go. And so I keep this bag. It's kind of like it's like a skincare, makeup, hygiene, rejuvenating bag throughout the day, because it's helpful, you know, just to keep my situationing properly. So in this bag, I have 2 lotions because I don't really have a reason, but this lotion, I always have like the Bath and Body Works lotion just because it comes in that little pack. I always get them as gifts, so I'll put them in my bag. I also keep Eucerin because Eucerin actually really works. It just works. I have eczema, you know what I mean? I always need hand lotion and never have it. So I try to put it in my bag because I'm always without. Like, you can't just walk up to a random person and go, hey, do you by chance have some lotion? I'm Ashley. So I try to I try to keep that with me on the go and in the office as well. Obviously my work bag sits in my office, so, but still, I try to keep it because I'm always without it. I don't know what happened to the top. I don't, but I do keep, I try to keep smell good on me just because I like smelling good. I don't know if, I always smell good to me, you know? So I keep like a little spray with me. And this is, I think this is the Boulangerie. I got this from Urban Outfitters. It's just a small version in the caramel fragrance. And this smells really good to me. And just switch it up because I usually wear different perfumes. Right now, my favorite is the Billie Eilish. Comes in that diamond bottle. I can't remember, but it smells so good to me. I usually use that and then some other things. I have a clip in here in my purse because sometimes I don't always have like ponytail wrappers like I should probably as a person with hair, but I keep a clip in my bag because sometimes I get hot. I'll be in the office, sometimes I get hot from working. Like I'll sweat from my brain working. Y'all, that's how much time, that's how much dedication I'm putting in. So anyway, I put my hair up sometimes when I don't have a ponytail wrapper, and also the clip is just aesthetically pleasing. You cannot deny that. If you do deny it, we're not here. Yeah. So that's that. Next thing I have is, I've had this for probably like 2 or 3 years. This is just hand sanitizer from Victoria's Secret. I like that it came in this little pouch. And and I keep a do-rag. Keep it waves on swim, so they hate on him. I don't know. Anyway, I like that it sprays out. It actually smells pretty good. I kind of rotate my hand sanitizers, but this one I've had for a long time, you guys. So just have that because obviously hand sanitizer is essential. Duh. Then I have some hydrating lip oil. I think this is just BB. I probably got it from like Burlington or something, or Marshalls. They have those like packs of lip glosses that you can use. So I keep this just to refresh my lip gloss because I am a drinker of pop, Pepsi Zero Cherry. I drink pop. I drink water. I drink non-alcoholic beverages. And I just I'll drink my lipstick off. It's a problem. I'm not really super proud of it, but I have to renew my situation. Yeah. Sometimes I have to, this is like, I don't know if you can see this, but this is the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. So I use Lancome on a daily basis, but I use this bottle of tinted moisturizer in case I have to reapply my makeup throughout the day. So I do that because it's the same color, but it's more like just for a touch-up situation. I have a little makeup, you put your 2 in here, and you know what I mean? The last thing I have is, obviously, if you guys can read. If you cannot, I do not discriminate. I don't. But this is just my diabetes bag because I have to carry it. Your girl has been getting older. As I'm getting older, I realize that my blood sugar has been topsy-turvy. It's been doing what it wants to do. So I told you guys I always carry my diabetic bag. These are just, supplies and things for Dexcom. Things like that. Insulin, super cool. My mom got me this bag that says diabetes. Anyway, diabetes. I have type 1 diabetes, if you guys don't know, and I gotta keep my bag so I can stay alive. All right, I believe we have come to the end of this video because, for one, that bag is packed. It's a little heavy sometimes, but another thing I don't think that I showed you guys, it has straps. So if you are having a hard time carrying that bag because you got a bajillion things in it, it actually has a strap. I'll put a link below to this bag, and you guys can pick it up if you also want to be cool like me. You know what I mean? That is the end of my video. You guys, if you don't know, if you haven't got it, if you haven't looked, and you have been trying to get into reading and you want to support a cool girl like me, pick up my book. It's called The Weight of Two Worlds. I have 2 books now, a book of poetry and a memoir. This is my new book. If you haven't picked it up, please go get it. Support your girl. It's for the neurodivergent, okay? If you don't like long ass books that you have to read, and that, no shade to people who do. I love you guys. I just personally wrote this for the neurodivergent. If you're not neurodivergent, you can read it too. Click that link. Buy it. But yeah, the link will be in the bio. It's by J.B. Boswell, The Weight of Two Worlds. Go get the book, you know. I truly appreciate it. If any of you do grab the book, please leave a review. You know, even if you don't like it, even if you don't like it, just leave a review. If you don't like it, don't leave a review. I don't know, whatever, it's fine. I'm gonna get out of here because I am hungry. So you guys know what it is. It's XOXO. See you guys soon.